Hello all and welcome to Traraj Solution. In Module 2, the Power BI Desktop and Data Transformation, we'll be seeing a small demonstration related how the data sources have been imported and how it's been loaded, transformed, and how you can make some changes and how are the measures done. So we'll have a small demonstration how the data can be loaded from different data sources. So let's demonstrate a small example how to get the data from different data sources. So in this data sources, we will take an example of the Excel sheet. Before going ahead, let me explain what this desktop has, as we have seen previously. So this is termed to be a model ribbon, where you have the home, insert, modeling, view, optimize, help. And this whole is the report page, which where we termed as a canvas. And here are the different views, where you have the report view, the table or the data view, and the model view. And this is newly added, where you can query the DAX query view. And we have the visualization. So here are different types of visualization, where you can see your scattered bar charts, the column charts. When you hover over on this, you can see, and the clustered bar chart and the column charts and different line and area charts, the donut and the pie charts, and you can see the map, and you can see the slices or the filters, the table format, the matrix, and the pie scripts. You have different, and this is the card one, the KPIs where you can be in, and this is the Power Apps once you integrate with Power BI and the Power Automate process, and you have some more once you click on this, where you can get more visualization. And once the visualization which you select, you have an option to change the option like page information, canvas setting, canvas background, and all. After coming to this is the data panel, which is the field panel, where you have once the data is updated, the data set which gets loaded. After doing all the transformation of the data, cleaning the data cleaning process, and click on close and apply, where you can see the table getting be loaded, and here the field panel, where you can see the field list of it. So let's see a demonstration. So this is the get data. So the main purpose of this, where you can see different types of data sources, where you have the Excel, the semantic, the data flows, dataverse, these different servers, and the web-based and OData. Once you click on this more functions, you'll see a pop-up window where you find all the get data sources as all file, database, Microsoft Fabric, Power Platform, Azure, online services, and other. Once you click on this file, it represents, gives which type of data can be imported as the Excel worksheet or the CSV file or the XML file or the JSON or the folders or the PDF format, packet, and the SharePoint folders. Coming to the databases, it gives you different types of SQL data servers where you can get connected, or the Oracle databases or the IBM databases or the Teradata or the Sybase or the SAP databases. Coming to the Microsoft Fabric, it gives the data flows, data marts, the lakehouse, warehouse, and the semantic portal. And coming to the Power Platforms, it gives the data versus data flows and the common data service, the CDS, and the Power BI data flows legacy. And coming to the Azure cloud-based system, where it takes the Active Azure, the different types of databases related to the Azure, and different types of blob storage. And coming to the online services, the platforms which are available online, the web-based, the SharePoint online services, the Microsoft Exchange, and different dynamics used for the Dynamic 365 for the Business Central on-premises, online legacy dataverse, and the CRMs like Salesforce Object Reports and Google Analyticals, Adobe Analyticals, and the GitHub and Azure Ops. Coming to the other option, where you have the web option, the SharePoint list, OData feed, Active Directory, the Microsoft Exchange, Hadoop files, Spark, the scripts, the Python scripts, and the R script, and the Open Data Directive connectivity, and the Amazon, etc. So these are the different types of data sources, multiple data sources, where you can achieve the data sets, and you can, once you click on the load. Since I wanted the Excel sheet with the file from the Excel format, I will select the Excel and click on connect. So once I click on this connect, it will take a pop-up window where we need to go from the desktop, where I have stored few of the sheets in my desktop. So I'll be selecting one of the Excel sheet. For example, I'm selecting the employee information, and the employee information will get loaded. So once it gets loaded, you can see a pop-up where it gives the sheet name and the Excel file. So once I click on my employee information, it gives an option where you can see all the fields and all the data which have been reflected. So here you have an option as load, transfer data, and cancel. So once I click on transfer data, you have an option where a pop-up query window opens, where you can go for the removal of the columns or additional of the columns, or you can do any calculation. And if there are any null values reflected, you can fill those null values with some numeric or a string, or if any empty cells are there where you can need to fill with the value. If I click directly on a load, so there is no data cleaning. So whatever is the data being reflected here, the same data gets loaded. So if I, let's see, by clicking on the transfer data, as I've stated, this is the pop-up window where it is termed to as Power Query Editor. So in this editor, where the data is getting reflected as the columns and the row values. And here you have an option where you can transfer the data by doing few of the transfer based. And if you want to add a column or duplicate the column, here you have. And if you want to do some extraction here, and if you want to view, you can view. And if you want to do some formats, so this is the way where you can do the transformation. And if there are any null values or change of the date or anything format, or if you want to add some add column or extract column, so duplicate the column. So in this, if I click with the extract and the length or the first character, so here I need to select from which this thing. So if I want for on the employee name, I will click on the employee name. I wanted to extract with first alphabet. So if I click on extract and click on first character, so I will go with the count as 1. Okay. And click OK. So here the first character is been a column been added to my table, getting the first name of the this thing. So I have added some data to the existing table which have been loaded. So I need to save it. So I will go to the home ribbon and click on here in the close page with the close and apply. If I click on close and apply, where you can see the data gets loaded and it takes some time. So once the data gets loaded, it gets reflected on the left side at the field panel. So let's see. So here it gives how many KB, how many data got loaded, and you can see the table name got reflected here. And here you can see the field's name and the new character which you have been created. This is where you have the addition of the character. So this is how the process of a loading of a data, and how do you view the data and how it measures. Okay, so for further information, let's connect with the
next topic in the other session. Thank you all.